615, still working out here. This is Colbeach Holly's Twitter. Shelley Pollard's nomination. Our judge this morning, we can see there, is Kate Trenman-Duncan. Kate's been with us here from day one. So a busy 3 days so far. Louise Barton is our other judge on the far side of the room. I don't think I've seen so many show hunter style ponies at a Royal Show as I have here in Adelaide. Gee, we've had a good collection of them. And some really, really nice quality too. 5:34 is the horse we're looking at here now to work out. And I would say this is probably a transfer from another class because, no it's not, my apologies. Imperial Prince, Jade McNaught. And of course, a colour that's becoming very popular in our show ring of late, and that's another buckskin. Not to be confused with the Palomino, of course. It has the creamy coat as well too. The buckskin, of course, the pony with the black mane and tail, and has the black points as a rule, or black 4 white points, 4 black points I should say. We talk about points, of course, knees and back elbows of the horse. When we refer to points, again, it's some of the terminology we use within our industry without trying to confuse you. And this little pony here is accentuated with the 4 white feet as well, just to show us that movement a little bit better than normal. Really, really pretty little pony. Well done. And a pat to say thank you very much for taking me around in a rather good workout. Next pony about to join us in this class here. Class number 180, show hunter pony over 12.2 and not exceeding 13. 333. Cheriton Brandy Snap, little bay gelding, exhibited here by Murnie Riley. Just having a look down in our harness ring again, and our cameraman being able to pick up those pictures there on the right hand side of the screen. I have a feeling this is class number 26. This is our Bonnet Saddlewell prize for our best junior driver, 12 and under 18 years of age, in light harness. And again, we can either drive a 2 or a 4-wheel vehicle, and we are seeing most of our drivers down here in Viceroys this morning. There's a little pony jinker coming out now with a little coloured Shetland to join us. So 3 Viceroys and a little jinker. And I can see another couple coming out. Oh, hello, we've got a really good lot of nominations in this class. Having a look, that's if they are all going to come out and compete. A little bit hard for us to have an accompanied senior driver from our Viceroy turnout, but as far as our jinkers are concerned, yes, we can always fit a couple of people together there. So our junior driver can have a senior person with them, and we might be able to get, there's a few littlies out there, so we might be able to get some close-up shots in a few moments' time. When I say littlies, of course, the age is 12 and under 18 years of age, so the littlies might be right on 12 or 13, just teenagers, and we wish them good luck as they're about to undergo the judge's critical eye in a few moments' time. Lady, of course, earlier on we saw a young gentleman take out our junior driver, And now we are seeing the same senior driver. Might be his bigger sister, who knows? But I think it was young Ned who turned around and took out our junior driver earlier on today. And once again, we are seeing another member of the family coming out in familiar black and white colours. Very parochial lot over here in South Australia. I noticed all the show jumping, a lot of their jumps, the colours of the Adelaide Crows, also the colours of Port Adelaide. So the colour schemes they're using over here are very much to the fore of their football clubs over here, which is fine, that's good. But of course we're heading towards our finals time in the AFL very, very soon. Number 616, we're watching working out here at the moment, Murraydale Park Night Flight. Murraydale Park Night Flight, exhibited here by Nicole Tizell, number 616. Judge just entering the arena on the far side at the moment for our junior driver. So he'll be giving them their workout and they'll be out there in a few moments' time for the Bonnet Saddle World. Bonnet's, of course, great supporters of us here over in South Australia and great supporters right around Australia of the harness world and also of the equestrian world. And I think, I stand to be corrected, but I think they're Australia's oldest company in relation to being able to supply us with the goods over a period of time. And they've been using them for quite some time in the early days, and they're still over here. I think we've got 3 stores here in Adelaide. Bonnets have been established for here at our Royal Adelaide Show. I'm just having a look at my program here. I wasn't too far out. It's Australia's oldest saddlery. The 3 retail stores here in Adelaide are in Gawler, Mount Barker and Evandale. And the best equestrian products from around the world. Australia's oldest saddlery. You can free call them. You can jump on their website at bonnets, www.bonnets.com.au. Or if you happen to be here at the Royal Show, I think they've got a stand here as well too. Serving the equestrian industry since 1843. Number 269. The pony just worked out here now. Westbury Eye of the Tiger. Little Westbury Eye of the Tiger. I think this is the pony that we've also seen in harness as well too. Very adaptable little fellow. Rachel and Leanne Maynard's nomination. Little grey gelding, number 269. Judge is telling the steward, and I think we might have a little bit of a change as far as the lineup's concerned, or just some clarification. No, we go from the top of the line down here to 3rd. So it'll work out not to her liking. Quite often our judge will certainly change her lineup after a workout. Some ponies might work a little better than others. We've already experienced that this morning. grandstand's a little bit bare, but the show's just been open for 20 minutes here at Wavell today. Lovely big expansive showgrounds. As I was saying, there's a lovely big expansive showgrounds here at Wavell in South Australia. Takes a little bit of getting around, but lovely and clean. Let's have a look here at our winners for our presentation for class number 180. Our show hunter pony over 12.2, not exceeding 13 hands. So those prizes are about to be announced, and I'll share them with you in a moment. And looks like number 615 has been awarded our first prize. Number 534 looks like it will be second. So congratulations here go to Coal Beach Holly's Twister and Shelley Pollard. Second going to Imperial Beach, and that's exhibited by Jade McNaught. Third going here to Cheriton Brandy Snap, number 333, and that has been exhibited here by Myrnie Riley. Fourth going to 269, and that was Leanne Westbury, Eye of the Tiger, Leanne and Rachel Maynard. Fifth going to 616, and that was exhibited here by Nicole Tuzell. It was Murraydale Park Night Flight, and our judge has just awarded the top 5 prizes in this particular class. So from first to fifth, our winner, Coal Beach Holly's Twister, exhibited by Shelley Pollard, number 615, taking out class number 180. Show hunter pony over 12.2, not exceeding 13 hands. And on that note, we'll take a little break here on day 3 of our Royal Adelaide Show and be back with more highlights for you in a few moments.
Have you ever felt something you couldn't explain? Seen something you couldn't believe?
There's something out there.
The truth is bigger than anything you could imagine. Magic.
Follow that dragon! No! We have to help them.
Disney's Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
The new range of Jaycos are now in stock. Choose from camper trailers, pop-tops, expanders, caravans and motorhomes. Customer care for your peace of mind. Experience the new range. Visit jayco.com.au or phone 1300 Jayco RV. Welcome back. We're covering at the moment our junior driver on the far side at the northern end of our showgrounds here at Wavell. And our youngsters out there competing. Number 224. .224 is young Victoria Fricker. Actually, they're twins, the Fricker girls. They're both here today. We had Mum out there talking to us yesterday, and immaculately attired, this family. Really love the way they present themselves out there in the show ring. Our young girls have got the same coloured jackets on as Mum does, whether it be a waistcoat or the jacket in relation to matching them. So our groom and our drivers, but the Fricker girls always immaculate out here. And we've got young Victoria, number 224, competing here in our best junior driver, 12 and under 18. I think this little pony has got a bit of history about him as well too. I think he's been a great little competitor over a period of time, and then they've retired him, and then they've brought him back again, and here he is looking $1 million here at Royal Adelaide Show. Looking at some of the attire that our drivers have got on here at the moment. This is number 193. And young Ruby Lawrence from the Lawrence family. Yeah, the attire worn by our young junior drivers. We can wear a hard hat or a skull cap, as you can see here, or a riding. Or some of our older drivers prefer the bowler hat. I can remember many, many years ago I came back from England and started wearing a bowler hat, and they all laughed at me, and now it is very much an accepted part of the harness world. Stuart Ryan was having a little bit of a chat to me yesterday. He said, "Oh yes, Rob, I remember when you came back and you had a big red rose and a bowler hat." And let me tell you, we did cop a bit of stick, but the bottom line is, as we heard Mrs. Fricker say yesterday, if you can just have an edge on your opponent and make sure that you're better looking, or whatever the case may be in relation to better attired, it all goes down to just being a bit better than your opposition on the day. It's be a lovely little vehicle to drive here, nice and high over the back of the pony, and having straight reins from the bit up, of course, through the collar, and probably a more direct and straighter contact to the pony's mouth when you're just a little bit up higher than you are if you're having to be sitting level with the back of the pony, where your reins will come through the collar and then straight along the top of the pony. But I just see that there as probably being a little bit better contact, having your reins up high like that. Stop, rein back. A young driver just pulling back some 3 or 4 strides. That's all the judge needs. And a little doff of the hickory whip. Thank you very much, and we move on to our next driver. So class number 26, Ruby Lawrence is the nominated driver here. And we'll come back and just see if we can pick up our next competitor in a few moments. Here you are, we're ready to go. Well, he's well attired. This young fellow here, he's got the bow tie and all on. Mum's at the back just making a couple of phone calls to say if you happen to be watching this, no, she's actually taking a few photos. If you happen to be watching this on the live stream, have a look at him now. Little box viceroy. Seen a few of them over here. They've been pretty popular, these type of viceroys. Number 227, which is Ben Metcalf. Ben Metcalf now working out. I shouldn't say it, but I see some of those box viceroys at times. I keep thinking it's a coffin on wheels. Very square. Here's a different sort of a viceroy here. Having a look at the timber and the woodwork in this particular viceroy here. Very, very different. Same style, same, nothing too much different. In fact, the style of what we might refer to as a Houghton or a Horton, whichever school he went to. But a lot of our viceroys are painted, and this looks like a natural wood finish on this particular viceroy here. But yeah, that's a little bit different. This particular viceroy here, it still looks like the size and shape of a Horton or a Houghton. Our young competitor here still competing in the workout for our junior driver. Class number 26, our best junior driver, 12 under 18 years of age. Class or entrance that we're looking at here now is Reese Ford, number 195. So Reese just about completed his workout. A little bit harder to rein back in a Viceroy, of course. Remembering you've got the swindle tree with those two wheels at the front, and quite often they can twist underneath you unless your pony does come back in that straight line. But if he's well mouthed and well educated, shouldn't be too much of a problem. There's number 195 we can see here at the moment. Reese Vorden is our young gentleman here. 12 and under 18. A little Shetland coming out with a miniature Sydney brass. So we might go join Taddy McLean, who's downstairs at the moment, having a little chat with a few of our drivers, so let's join him.
Oh, fabulous. You seem to know quite a bit about the job, don't you?
Yeah, I've been doing ridden and driven for quite a while now.
Yeah, well, your family's been coming to the show for a while, I know that. Yeah, only 50 years. Yeah, it's 5 years longer than me.
Number 226 working out at the moment is Madeline March. And our Bonnet Saddlewell, junior driver, 12 and under 18. Similar style of vehicle to the Sydney Brass. It's not a Sydney Brass as we know it, but it's along the same styles and same lines. It looks like it's been a reproduction vehicle, this one here. And a nice little vehicle to be able to show off your pony.
Terrific, thanks, mate. You must be really extremely happy with your harness entries.
Harness entries very, very good. In some classes, we've been disappointed with those that have been able to come out. The entries were good, but we're just talking about it with Neil Shippard here from Wodonga. One of our ladies that always shows well here is expecting a baby, so you wouldn't expect her to be here with the harness, and somebody else's husband's sick, and they usually bring 5 horses and couldn't come. But no, you see these lines. Look at the kids here. They're the future.
Yeah, a terrific lineup from the young drivers. Anyway, I've got to go down and do the accumulator. I'll catch up with you later. The accumulator.
And what's an accumulator?
I'll ask Clarkey. He knows. No, you get 1 point for fence 1, 2 points for fence 3. Yeah, show jumping, that's what it is.
Excuse me.
That's all right, mate.
Well, Teddy McLean, our roving reporter, having a chat there with one of our stewards in Bruce Redpath. Teddy always adding a little bit of colour to our commentary, and of course bring us all the highlights from the show jumping arena throughout the day. Yeah, and Michael are a good pair. They join together up here in our commentary box and keeping everyone entertained at ground level. All right, once again, one of our junior drivers, accompanied by a senior driver here. And the vehicle we're looking at here is probably more of a working style type, training style type of vehicle, number 222. And number 222 is Nikki Bellinger. So, Nikki, good luck to you. Completely different vehicle here at the moment. It's interesting having a look at how the different vehicles are put together, differently sprung. You can see that the seat is sprung totally differently than what our other vehicles are. Many of them, of course, have been leaf sprung. whole idea and the secret of many of these vehicles, the way they're made or manufactured, is the fact that we have to make sure that they get completely balanced. We don't end up having that jigging, that vehicle being thrown around down through the shafts, so that your ride is made that little bit more comfortable when you're out driving. There's nothing worse than being in a vehicle that isn't comfortable to sit in. Thank you, says Mr. Dewsbury. Has a look around to see if he's got any more to have a look at, as we are starting to draw to a close our particular class in just a moment or two. So our ponies lined up, and in a few moments' time we'll have a result of our junior driver. Well, our show jumping in a few moments' time. We'll be heading back towards the show jumping and our accumulator, which will be an interesting affair because it's a particular event whereby
I might stay down here, Michael Clark,
accumulate a point.
Get next to.
We have another fence thrown in there, which is what we refer to as the Joker. Now, if you happen to jump the Joker, you can accumulate quite a number of points, which is 20. But if you happen to knock the Joker down, it's minus 20. So it can be quite an expensive day at the office for you if you happen to pull the Joker, the top fence there. But it's usually quite a thrilling event and improves your maths because you've got to keep counting as you go along. So that event coming up very, very soon. Meanwhile, we're still awaiting results of our best junior driver. Well, very shortly, the first of our riders will begin with our show jumping. And the first of our accumulator competitors. And this should be quite thrilling. Meanwhile, I'm not too sure what's happening here with our young junior driver, whether our judges and our stewards are accumulating all the points that we've got down there, talking of accumulators. The Joker, you can see, of course, there being the road closed. Just giving him a good look at it because that's where the points are located. Well, here we go with our show jumping. Let's keep an eye on the right-hand side for the official results of our junior driver. But let's have a look and see whether or not this fellow here is going to have a crack at the Joker early in the scene or whether we're going to tour him around and leave it till later. All right, results have come to hand now for our junior driver, our Bonnet Saddlewell, best junior driver, 12 and under 18 years of age. And congratulations to the Fricker family. Victoria Fricker, number 224. Second will go to number 223, Kelsey Bullivant. Third going to Ruby Lawrence, number 193. Fourth was awarded to Madeline March, number 226. And fifth prize going to Ben Metcalf, number 227. And our sixth and final ribbon, Nikki Ballinger, number 222. So Victoria Fricker, the young lady we saw in the black and white stripes, has taken out our junior driver. And you can hear me in the background, or you can hear, not me in the background, but you can hear the boys in the background. Bit of excitement at the moment as someone's had a crack at the joker and ended up with 62 odd points to start off for the first round. So well done to Victoria Fricker, second to Kelsey Bullivant, third going to Ruby Lawrence, fourth to Madeline March, fifth to Ben Metcalf, and sixth to Nikki Ballinger. The Bonnet Saddle World, thanks to Bonnets, first voucher $150, well worth it, sponsored by Bonnets Saddle World. Let's go show jumping.
Kimberly Charles now, Fieldbrook Con Pleasure, Jeff Evans' horse. So, Gemma Crichton, she got the maximum points there, 65. Kimberly's got 10 points so far.
Kimberly going good jump, terrific yesterday. Got this mare right back on the job. Doing a great job. A bit of a sticky moment there.
They get 4 penalties there for a refusal.
Yeah, it's under table A, this competition.
But she jumped the fence, so she gets the points for that. So she's up to 28 points. Going to take on the joker.
The joker.
Oh, she jumped it.
Jumped it. Bad luck about the refusal. 82.61 the time. Has 2 time penalties plus a rail down. That's at 6 penalties.
All right, we've got a presentation down here, Tad. We'll just get that on the way. This is the best junior driver, 12 years and under 18, light harness. Our winner down there, well, Victoria Fricker, number 224. Victoria's had a great show so far in the harness classes. Congratulations, Victoria. In second place, we've got number 223, Kelsey Bullivant. Third place, number 193, Ruby Lawrence. In fourth place, we've got number 226, Madeline March. That's a little Pinto pony. Well done, Madeline. In fifth place, number 227, Ben Metcalf. And in sixth place, number 222, Nikki Ballinger. Congratulations, drivers. Bonnet Saddle World Prize, best junior driver, 12 years and under 18.
Clem Smith on course now. Copperbella Tatiana. Nicely over the first 2. Ooh, gave that a bit of a rub, but it stayed in the cups. Going along well. This competition against the clock.
Oh, it stayed up. He's got 21 points so far, Tad.
And 7 is 28. And 8.
That's 36. I'll try to help you out there.
Yeah, 36. Thanks, mate.
You should never do maths on the air.
And 9.
Is he going to take? He'll have to take the joker.
Yeah, he's going the joker.
Ah, well done.
Great.
65.
62.81 the time. Maximum points, 62.81.
He's in the lead.
Yeah, thought he would be.
He's in the lead by 0.12 of a second.
And here's the lovely young girl from Western Australia.
My chip's been scratched.
Well, that means I'm in front again.
Alison Ostenfeld, CTD Atom.
Oh no, this is not the Western Australian girl. This girl comes from New South Wales. Went around the young rider class. Very impressed with this girl's riding. Told me she's got this horse in this class to try and get it under control and going good, and she's doing a great job. Right on the pace too, Michael.
Yeah, she went first in the young rider, and he was a bit strong for her, wasn't he? But I think, well, she's had a bit more time on his back this morning now, so does a good job with him.
Here.
Oh no,
just
away.
A little slip.
They get a 4
Losing
for a refusal there.
4 faults.
That comes off their score at the end. She jumped the fence, so she gets those points. It's no points for that.
Yeah, no points for 7.
All right, that was her second refusal, so she'll be allowed to jump one more fence. Here's a handy rider, Tad. Jeff Evans, Fieldbrook Carunia.
Missed the show jumping. Jumped a terrific round yesterday. Found a bit of form.
He would have jumped in a few of these, Jeff, wouldn't he, I think?
Oh, yes, they were a very popular event in the old days. Jeff won't mind me saying he's a veteran rider. Rode here first when he was 6 years of age. I was here when he won his second Australian Championship. Back in about 1971, I reckon. Oldest rider in the world to win a World Cup a couple of years ago at Gawler. Going well.
Well, to win this, you've got to get your maximum points and beat 62.81.
Going the inside turn. Been a bit of a bogey fence, fence 6.
Yeah.
Russell Johnston on course.
And Caprice, the red coat.
Already a winner this show. Russell saying how happy he was to get the ride on this horse from the McCanns. Hopes he can ride him right into the future. Great operator is Russell, great rider, great sportsman, Olympian. Won the Grand Prix at Tatura last weekend, so has some good form. Carried that form on into this Royal Show, has a win. This horse can jump all right, no drama about that.
$15 points so far.
This has been the bogey fence, comes in. Oh, that's how you ride it. Nice and short. And 7. Heads down to the joker.
Oh, yeah, well done.
Maximum
65.
points.
62.
62-4-1. Where does that put him?
New leader.
New leader. What a ride. Very
New
happy
leader.
man. Russ will be very, very happy getting a real tune out of this horse. Gemma Crichton back on course.
Gemma Crichton on her second ride now. Mia Milan.
Mia Milan, the horse.
She got maximum points on Silkbridge, I'm sorry. In third place on It's Silkbridge. Got to beat 62-42.
Turned into a good class, this.
She's got 3 horses in this class.
Going a bit wider than some of the other riders. Wants to make sure that she gets the points.
Yeah.
Up and over. Oh, bad luck. Just a bit of a paddle there.
So she
Doesn't
loses
score
the
anything there.
points for that fence.
Doesn't try the joker. Goes for...
So she gets
the
48
lower
points,
option.
I think, for that.
Yep, 48 points.
69.07.
Adi Clark on Felix. Comes from
Yeah.
Hamley Bridgeway out on the Adelaide Plains. And I'm pretty sure this horse was placed in this event last year, so let's hope she can carry on the form in the accumulator.
Grey gelding, Felix.
Looks like he's got his jumping boots on today. He's jumping well. Heads to the power fence. Oh, and he powers over it.
Took the shortcut. Well, not quite, not there.
No, didn't do the shortcut, but it's all right.
It's a bit slippery out there, Taddy.
Yeah, it is still a bit bad luck. Yeah, it is just a little slippery.
A little bit slippery.
Be nice by Wednesday for the Grand Prix, and hope the weather will hold Thursday for the World Cup.
It'll be 25 degrees on Thursday. Ooh, they stayed up. She going for the joker.
Heads to the joker. Deep. Oh, he
Oh, well
tried
done,
over
Katie.
That was a great ride.
So
No
that's
one's
59, I think.
Great thing worth mentioning, no one's touched that joker, not even touched it at all. 59 and 64.49.
That puts you in 4th place, Tad.
Into 4th.
Yeah. Fourth place in the accumulator. That's not too bad. Who have we got now, Taddy?
Sean Squire is.
This is Sean Squire, JB Vuren.
Yeah, JB Vaughan, the
JB
horse.
Vuren. Okay.
Very unlucky yesterday, Sean, in that jump off class. He had the last fence down at the fastest time. Bit unlucky.
Yeah.
Who's in the lead here, Clarkie, still?
Yeah, Russell Johnson's still in the lead.
Oh, yeah.
62.42 is the time you've got to beat. You've got to get all the points as well, though. We've got 3 riders with maximum points. Oh, he's moving along
Yeah, Sean riding forward.
pretty well.
Has the pace on.
This could be the ride of the day. Oh, I shouldn't say that. He's got maximum points so far, 28.
Go on the Joker.
Well
Maximum
done.
points.
65.
75.86.
That'll put him in 4th. 4th place, Sean Squire, JB Vuren.
That was a good exhibition of jumping there from Clem Smith. The point Bijou just popped over the pot plant. Very clever.
Clem Smith on the point. Bijou next into the ring.
And Clem on his way. Oh, bad luck there. Doesn't get anything at fence number
Well, he's
2.
knocked that down. He loses 2 points for that, but he can't get the maximum. He could still sneak into 5th place if he can leave the rest up. Just got the 2 points to come off his score.
So you reckon he can sneak into 5th?
Well, if he can get the points, he can. If he takes the Joker. Yeah, well done.
Good ride. Great ride.
That'll give him 63 points.
77.99.
Well, on points, he's in 5th, Taddy.
At the moment. Gemma's still got another horse, Gemma Crichton, and I reckon this is the horse that won last year, the defending champ. Can I have a pick now?
Well, you might as well mind it even start. He's in 5th place, Clem Smith, on the point, Bijou.
One to jump.
So still in the lead, we've
Russell's
got
in the
Russell
lead.
Johnson. Yep.
Maximum point 62.41. Clem, no, he's in 5th. Right, 65. No,
Second
okay.
place was Copperbella Tatiana, Tad.
All right.
All right,
It's
Jimmy
Gemma,
Crichton. It's me.
684. It's me.
Well, once again, we're featuring in just a moment or two from our show jumping arena. We're jumping to the far end of the arena to have a look at our non-hackneys this time. And once again, we're looking to some lovely harness ponies down there and our viceroys. Probably don't have the presence or perhaps the action of the hackney, but at the same time, still some lovely, lovely harness horses down here. Over 14 hands. I think this is class, where are we? Champion non-hackney harness horse or Galloway over 14 hands. Of course, they will be coming from our winners of classes 44 and also 45. We've also got reserve champion non-hackney as well too, so we'll find out. We'll have a look at these two horses working down here in a moment. The horse we're seeing at the moment in a second or two that is currently working out, we spotted a little bit earlier on this morning, and we had a little bit of a problem in relation to whether we sashed this horse as champion or reserve champion, but this horse worked out brilliantly this morning that we're seeing in a moment or two. Not the horse that we're seeing standing, but we'll focus in just a moment or two as we get this horse to work around in front of us. But worked brilliantly this morning, and just having a look at him at the moment, he's working just as nicely again now too. So we're about to focus on these two horses, our champion non-hackney. Now, these horses mustn't have any Hackley blood in them whatsoever. Again, there's no denying that some of these ponies have been trained, I suppose, the same as a Hackney. It could be either Australian or Welsh derivative somewhere along the line. As I explained to you a little bit earlier on about the Hackney breed, of course, it does go back to the Welsh pony here in Australia. We did originally start breeding from our Hackney stallions through our Welsh mares of what we call Foundation Stock 1, Foundation Stock 2, and then once the third foal arrived, we were then into purebred Hackney. And that's how many of us started, to get a little bit of a taste of the Hackney world by getting in gradually and sneaking in the back door instead of buying a purebred Hackney to start off with. Interesting coloured little fellow, this bloke here. This is one of the Kia horses, number 292. Well, I'm just searching back through my program here, and I think you'll find that the horse that we're looking at here maybe from the Cusack family somewhere along the line. The classes we're watching down here on the right hand side of our screen as well too. Class number 181, which is our show hunter pony over 13 hands and not exceeding 13.2 is the other class that we're just focusing on down here. So our horse is working out, and 10:50 start time, so we're right on start time with both these events today. So Our program working to time beautifully this morning. Not a lot differs from what we look at here as far as our Hackney and non-Hackney horses are. We still have the same vehicle, nearly the same, well, virtually the same style and type of harness. The same bitting goes into these horses as well too. There's a great shot. Geez, our camera must be down there listening to me at the same time. And you can see where the reins are there, not coming down from. Normally, if we get a horse that probably is a little bit hard to handle, we'll drop those reins down to, you'll see the second or third slot down the bit, which is probably a little bit more severe on the pony and the pony's mouth, and the chain come up underneath. But if we get a horse that's just a little bit hard in the mouth, we'll try and move those reins down a little bit further to give us a little bit better leverage. It's a little bit tougher on the horse's mouth, or a little bit tougher from the point of view. We might have what we call a pelham, which is a little bit of a loop inside the bit, which rests then up on top of the pony's roof, which will then cause him to, in some instances, to virtually turn his head or have his head a little bit more erect, and it will, if you can envisage putting something on the roof of your mouth, of course, to try and alleviate not that touching to the roof of your mouth, you'll drop your head down. And the same thing applies to the pony here as well too. But I'm not sure whether that's a straight bit or whether or not it is perhaps another bit that serves that particular purpose. Once again, we've got a horse here who he must be very, very kind in the mouth, because he's just straight off the ring, off that driving bit. And we're about to see this fellow perform here now. We see a lot of our old harness horses. When I say harness horses, our old harness horses from the track now being brought to harness. I think gone are the days where we used to see a lot of our harness horses very much had what we refer to as the 44-gallon drum head on them. We see some really pretty harness horses nowadays. In fact, one comes to mind. Gee, I can never think of its name. A little pony of the Mullins. It was raced as a harness horse, Hollywood MF, and the girls used him as a Gary Owen mount 2 or 3 years ago. He was a little bit square, but Galloway size, lovely pony, pretty little pony, and there was no way known you would say yes, he was a harness horse or a harness racing horse, but in under saddle, and I would envisage if he went under this scenario here at the moment, you would not think that he was one of those particular breed, but he is a really, really striking. He was an exception, but there's one or two that are out there, and wonderful to see that we can not only have these horses now ridden, but also being put into harness, and a little bit like our thoroughbred off the track, given a second life, given a second chance to get beyond what they were initially bred for. Of course, that was for racing. Big Jinker here at the moment, which looks quite a very comfortable vehicle to be driving in as well too. Nice big hard-tired wheels. You can see just at the back of those wheels there's the brake or the brakes, which can be operated by the driver on the foot or the floor of that particular vehicle. And you can, there's a good shot of them there, and you'll probably see, I don't think so much the driver will be utilising them here because the horse is so responsive to her hands, and he's just pulled up nice and steady. But if we happen to have a horse that may have taken a little bit of fright or gone for a little bit of a bolt at some stage, we've got that advantage of having the brake. You can see it at the back of the wheel there, and she would push her foot to the pedal, and that therefore would then come down and rub or push on that hard tyre. It's a solid tyred vehicle. As I explained to a few of you yesterday, a lot of our solid tyred vehicles have a couple of wire runs through them, just to give us a little bit of strength and being able to keep them on that rim. It's a dying art from our farriers of yesteryear, and our blacksmiths, let's say, not so much farriers, but our blacksmiths of yesteryear. Sadly, we're losing a lot of our skills in relation to being able to resurrect these vehicles from at some stage. That might have been the back of an old shed for many, many years, covered in dust, and now being restored. But sadly, we don't have many people with that art of being able to do that nowadays. Well, it's a wonderful story with this particular horse, I think, that we're going to be looking at in a moment. The owner of this horse is in a retirement village. Not too sure. I'm only getting this second hand in my ear at the moment, but I'm led to believe that that particular person is sitting watching live streaming today. So wherever you are, sir or madam, I really hope that you're enjoying this and having a look at your pony working out here today. We're about to be lined up over the far side here to find out who our winners and our place getters will be in our champion non-Hackney. And even though there is no Hackney blood in these particular horses, you can see that they are shod and also trained to probably go in the manner of the Hackney pony as well too. Now our champion non-Hackney harness pony will go to the Kia family's Canberra Park Step-Along Saturn, number 292. Our reserve champion will go to Canberra Park Velvet Queen, which is also showed by the Kia family, number 253. So our champion non-Hackney harness horse or Galloway. Congratulations to the Kias. As we heard a little bit earlier on day one, Shane and all the team, they brought something in the vicinity of about 13 horses and about 16 vehicles to the show here. Well, there's some reward for them for their hard efforts or their strong work ethics and their efforts to turn around and take home a blue ribbon from the harness section. I'll just get some confirmation from the boys downstairs, the particular pony class that we're looking here at the moment. A couple of events. We've got ponies on the far side of the arena. I've got a feeling it could be class number 181. Just got confirmation. Thank you, boys. Show hunter pony over 13 hands, not exceeding 13.2. So well done to the Kia family. We see right of screen at the moment. We saw actually the Kia family missing from the show ring for a couple of years. Mr. Bruce Redpath down there, who is a great lover of the harness world. Also, perhaps Bruce likes the heavier harness than what we're watching today, but good to see that he's contributing with the rest of our stewards down there and making sure that all things are running smoothly. That's why he's there. Gets a little bit of a peck on the cheek from an old friend, does he? That'll be par for the course for you, Redder. But yeah, as I was saying before, the Kia family were missing for a couple of years, and I think Shane actually told me on Friday that he's now got a couple of new knees. So he's undergone a 20,000 kilometre service. So he's back stronger than ever with all the family here at the show. Not heading to Melbourne. I think they're heading to another harness show somewhere along the line. So maybe a few of the harness people down there will breathe a sigh of relief that the Kia family aren't coming down to Royal Melbourne Show this year. Class number 181, and we see our riders about to prepare for our placings in a few moments. We've still got a couple to work out, I think. And our judge just crossing over in front of us here. Let's hopefully try and see if we can pick a number up for you. Only a small field here of this particular class, of class 181. But we'll do our best to try and pick up a number. The 535, it looks like here to me. And do we have a 535? No, we don't. Let's have a look and see if we've got a transfer. We probably have, because this is for pony over 13 hands and not exceeding 32, and number 535 is in class number 182, which is Hunter Pony over 13.2 and not exceeding 14 hands. So looking at this here, this pony's measured under, and it is Gemma Silvestro, and the horse is Langtree Lazar. So Langtree Lazar, Gemma Silvestro working out now. Looking over our judge's right shoulder. Judge in this particular class here is Kate Treneman-Duncan. Kate's been here since day one. Here, of course, we started on Friday, and I think she's still got another day to come before she'll be probably heading back to start looking after and working her own horses back home. Kate, having a chat with her at Brecker the other morning, she was telling me that she's got into dressage in a rather big way now with her horses and ponies, and goes heading around many of the dressage competitions on the weekends. And lovely young girl, lovely young lady is our judge. And is Louise Barton too, today, who's also judging here at Royal Adelaide Show. Both the girls great competitors and still actively involved, not only in judging, but actively involved in riding in the equine world as well too. This is 632. This is 632, and 632 is Sophie and Emily Tickner's nomination. El Gowan Flashdance, 632.
I'll just go through the results again for the accumulator, the show jumping. It was a great round. Gemma Crichton, well, I don't know how much more she can win this week. She's all before her. She won the accumulator with It's Me. Maximum points, 60.39. In second place, we had Russell Johnston. He's having a great show as well on Dupree, 62.42. They all had maximum points, 65 points. In third place, we had Clem Smith on Copperbella Tatiana with a time of 62.81. In fourth place, Gemma Crichton. She led the way too, by the way. Maximum points with 62.93 on It's Silkbridge. And in fifth place, we had Sean Squire. He came in fifth place, with 75.86 on JB Vaughan. They're the place getters in Class 214. That's the accumulator show jump.
Okay, let's go back to our class here, number 181, and our judge just having a final look, and she's having a quick chat with our steward down there, and our ponies are lined up. So I dare say that we're not far away from an announcement of who our winner is of class 181. Our show hunter pony over 13, not over 13.2. All right, information coming through to us. up with Harry yesterday, had a bit of success, and one of our young men out there who's riding very well at the moment. 6:32 is also our fourth place getter, and what's just happened 32 is Alan Gowan Flash Dance, and that's exhibited by Sophie, and that will take on that.
Talking your radio, not your mic. Nobody did that.
Yeah, I know that. I'm talking about that.
Oh.
All right, I think we've got confirmation now of our place getters in class number 181. Just making sure that we had everyone on loop there. So our winner, congratulations, Tamari Park Just Dance, number 623, Tamara Lee. Second going to Tungara Toy Story, which was a transfer from another class, number 617, exhibited by Clay Wareham. Third is awarded here to Harry Beckel, and Beckworth commanding attention, number 619. Fourth going to number 632, and that's Sophie and Emily Tickner's Alan Gowan Flash Dance, number 632. Fifth going to Gemma Silvestro's Langtree Lazar, number 535. And only top five, but our winner, and congratulations go here to our winner, Tamara Lee, Tamari Park Just Dance, number 623, taking out class number 181. Show her to pony over 13, not exceeding 13.2. We'll take a little break from all the highlights in the action here from our Royal Adelaide Show on day 3. Back with more very soon.
Have you ever felt something you couldn't explain? Seen something you couldn't believe?
There's something out there.
The truth is bigger than anything you could imagine. Magic.
Follow that dragon! No! We have to help them.
Disney's Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
The new range of Jaycos are now in stock. Choose from camper trailers, pop-tops, expanders, caravans and motorhomes. Customer care for your peace of mind. Experience the new range. Visit jayco.com.au or phone 1300 Jayco RV.
Can you tell me more about Elliot? He looks like a dragon. What's a dragon? That's a dragon.
This September,
I need to get back to him. He gets scared when I'm gone.
Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
From the studio that brought you The Jungle Book, the greater the friendship,
They don't want to leave you, but they'll come looking for you.
the bigger the adventure.
Disney's Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
The new range of Jaycos are now in stock. Choose from camper trailers, pop-tops, expanders, caravans and motorhomes. Customer care for your peace of mind. Experience the new range. Visit jayco.com.au or phone 1300 Jayco RV.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
Introducing Floodlight Live. Floodlight Live can broadcast your event, conference, auction, or ceremony live anywhere in the world via the web. Technology that was once only available through network television coverage is now accessible for any event, big or small, through mobile high-speed internet. Live streaming allows your audience to interact via chat and engage with your event from anywhere in the world. This allows for highly unique brand engagement opportunities. We can do anything, from a single camera through to multi-camera setups, and can incorporate multiple forms of digital media, including graphics and pre-prepared video content. Afterwards, your video will be instantly available for anyone who wants to catch up. We can help you deliver live content and raise your profile to audiences around the world. For more information, contact Floodlight Live.
Welcome back to our Royal Adelaide Show live stream for Day 3, 2016. Our judge over there at the moment, Louise Barton, just explaining the workout to a few of our riders. Number 479 about to make their way out now to work out, and that's Chelsea Jarvis aboard Marinda Miss Moneypenny. This is class number 128, and the Miss Hilda and Geetha Birchmore Memorial Prize, to be ridden by a boy or a girl rider under 14 years of age and sponsored by the HA and GAM Birchmore Estate, and $100 sponsorship heading the way of our winner here today as well too. So thanks to our sponsors and our supporters. This is class number 128. Our pony hack mare not exceeding 12 2 hands. A fairly full-on morning this morning with our show jumping, our ridden classes and also our harness. So plenty of action from our live stream from Royal Adelaide Show. We're into Miss Moneypenny, Chelsea Jarvis we are looking at the moment. Looks like so it was about class exhibit number 470 to work out. Yes, it may well be too, as our judge just does a little 360 around the pony to have a look at it. And class number 470 is Curlew Cosette, and our rider here is Violet, or our exhibitor here is Violet Cameron. Curlew Cosette, little grey mare. As I mentioned before, it's to be ridden by a boy or a girl under 14 years of age. So a pretty little grey pony here at the moment. And plenty of action down in front of us in our grandstand side of the arena as well too. And I would say that's class 182, our show hunter pony over 13.2 and not exceeding 14 hands. Just having a look at the size of the ponies down here. And once again, not a huge field as I turn the page and have a bit of a glance, but no, we've got a good showing of ponies down here. We've got about 12 or 14, and again, our judge will probably narrow that down to her top 8, and then we'll get them to work out individually. Little grey pony we're watching here at the moment, it's number 470. Curlew Cosette. Violet Chimera, number 470, competing in class number 128. What a great shot, good lineup of our ponies over on the far side of the arena. Just getting a little bit of help there from one of our stewards. And just a little bit reluctant to get going this morning. There's our little pony over there, a young rider, being just given a hand by one of our students just to get him going. It's Sunday. It's normally, well, I shouldn't say it's normally Pony's Day off. No, we're either at Pony Club or we're out somewhere at a show, surely on the weekend. But it doesn't really want to oblige us this morning. And one of the exciting events we're going to have here in a few moments' time, we'll keep on our pony hack class here, if we can, boys, for a moment on class number 128. But will be our ride and drive. Not too sure how many are going to be competing, but of course, normally we head out in the vehicles. We come back and throw the leg over the horse. I'm not too sure how they do the ride and drive here in Adelaide. We're going to find out in a moment, because I think each state and each competition is a lot different. Sometimes our ride and drive is coming out in a competition buggy, going around a set course and then jumping straight off that onto the horse and over a number of fences, of show jumping fences, or an obstacle course of some description. Sometimes our ride and drive, we often have our riders over a show jumping course, then turn around and must throw the horse to a groom and then jump in the car, and they'll speed around the track at 70 clicks, 80 clicks an hour. A lot of fun, a lot of action as well too, and it gives us a chance to barrack for your favourite rider or driver, whatever the case may be. Class 182, our ponies working on the circle. These are the first of our ponies that are working on the circle for our judge at the moment. She's just having a look to see which ones that she wants to pull in as her top ponies at this point in time. Class 182. Show hunter pony, 13-2, not exceeding 14 hands. And so far, Linda has pulled in 4 of her top ponies. I think she said farewell to another 3 of our competitors, unfortunately. And these 4 ponies will go to one side, stand there, and the next of our ponies will work out, and again she'll be picking out the top ponies that she wishes to stay with us. And then the final group will work out for the right to wear the blue ribbon of class number 182. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 harness vehicles down there at the moment on the circle, so I'm not too sure what the participation will be. Gee, having a good day this morning, aren't we? We got up too early on a Sunday morning. It is Dad's Day. Not too sure what participation element will be of this ride and drive here today, but we'll find out soon. There's an interesting horse I just spotted on screen there before. Looks like a big cob. Lovely big Welsh cob in I can see. I'm starting to fall into place for me. I'm not too sure. Our cameras will pick it up in a moment or two once we go to the big screen of our riders there with the saddles in their hands. So they're going to have to unharness the horse, throw the saddle on, and then ride the horse as a ridden horse or pony. But at the moment, the ridden ponies we are watching, the horses working on the circle here in class number 182. Kate Treneman Duncan is our judge down here in our riding class. And we'll keep focusing. We'll just keep our cameras down there for a moment or two on that right-hand screen. And as soon as we start our ride and drive, we'll go down there and enjoy that, because it'll be pretty fast and exciting, I'm sure. Our ride and drive is all about the clock, first home. I'm not too sure how much aid the groom is allowed to give you in this particular class, but now that they'll have to play an integral part somewhere along the line. Class 128 still being judged on the far side of the arena. And you can just see those ponies looking back at the harness. So I think they're pretty well finished on that far side of the arena. And we're still judging class number 182 here. Well, results through from class number 128, and I don't think they're going to be able to come over here to our presentation area because we've got harness horses here and our other ponies working out on this far side. But look, bear with me, I'll give you those results for those of you watching at home and wanting to know perhaps how your friends or your ponies have actually gone in class number 128. That was the Miss Hilda and Gertha Birchmore Memorial Prize, and thanks to the HA and GMA Birchmore Estate, our winner going here to number 482, which was Bambara Betty Boop, and their rider and exhibitor Robert Grant. Second was awarded to Bellevale Hearts a Quiver, number 484, Julie Conti. Third was going here to Corona Park Material Girl, number 478, Julie Jackson. Fourth going to Donna and Ashley Weissband on San Lira Inspiration. Fifth awarded to number 344, Rivington Topsy Turvy, Ella Manning. And our sixth and final ribbon going to Marinda Miss Moneypenny, Chelsea Jarvis, number 479. Our winner, though, is Bambara Betty Boop. Robert Grant's nomination, number 482, taking out class 128. Our pony Hackney mare not exceeding 12 two hands. We've got a glorious day here in Adelaide today. Day one was brilliant. Yesterday was a little bit dirty at times, but we got through it quite okay. And we had a job to clean our boots this morning, let me tell you. But today is just absolutely made to order. Got a big blimp in the sky over the top of us here at Wavell. I'm not too sure what it represents or who's up in there or where it's heading, but it's a rather large blimp. Not too sure how many people it carries or whether it carries anyone at all for that matter. It's got some writing on it, so it's advertising something somewhere. Our cameraman, he'll pick it up before the day's finished, let me tell you. All right, here's the Fricker family. Our youngster with mum there at the top end.
Girl under 14 years of age, and our winner down there today, entry number 482, Robert Grant's entry, Bambara Betty Boop. Congratulations, Robert. Little chestnut mare, entry 482. In second place, we've got number 484, Julie Conti, Bellhaven Hearts a Quiver. In third place, number 478, Julie Jackson, Corona Park Material Girl. In fourth place, number 483, Donna Weissband and Ashley Weissband, San Lira Inspiration. In fifth place, number 344, Ella Manning, Rivington Topsy Turvy. And in sixth place, number 479, Chelsea Jarvis, Marinda Miss Moneypenny. Congratulations, everybody. This is class 128, the Mrs. Hilda and Geetha Birchmore Memorial Prize. Pony hack mare not exceeding 12.2 hands. centre ring of the grandstand side. This is class 182, the show with the pony over 13 to not exceeding 14 as. And the ride and drive that's going on right now, class 29. That's the South Australian Horse Driving Society prize, ride and drive. They're just doing their driving workout at the moment. Once that's all done, they'll be taking the horses out of the harness, putting on the saddle, and then they'll do a hacking workout. A lot of fun, the ride and drive, and of course we've got the cones competition coming up this afternoon, and then the obstacle driving course. A lot of carriage driving this afternoon.
The enemy aren't coming, are they? The enemy aren't coming, are they? Yeah, buddy, you can come back to me if you like. It's not as fast and furious as we thought it might well be. It's just they judge the horse as a harness pony or a harness horse under harness conditions, and then the pony is unharnessed, is then saddled and then judged as a hack class or as a pony ridden class. All right, well you just come to me as you like, and then we'll talk it through from there. All right, welcome back to the far end of the arena at the moment as we're live streaming to you right around Australia and overseas for class number 29, the South Australian Horse Driving Society prize. And this is what we refer to as the ride and drive over here in South Australia. Just a little bit different. Every state has a little bit of difference as far as ride and drive is concerned. This one is completely different from what I've seen, but we will actually see the pony work out and judged as a harness pony or as a harness horse. And there'll be points accumulated by our judge. And then the pony will come back, wait, and then it'll be saddled. Yes, you heard me right. Our harness pony will be saddled, and then it will be ridden as if it was in a pony or a hack class. And again, that'll be judged accordingly. So the end of it has to be, of course, how well a pony works under harness, and then we work under saddle. Then that's how we arrive at our points. So not as exciting as we probably thought, because we thought it was going to be a little bit fast and furious, but at the same time, a little bit of fun. We'll take you on that journey in just a moment or two. little pony at the moment that we just saw work out was from the Fricker family, number 263. And that's Caitlin and Victoria Fricker's nomination, Silkwood Nutkin. And we've got a few horses that we haven't seen so far in our competition. Got a lovely big Welsh cob down here. And we'll be seeing him under saddle in a moment or two. In fact, I think he might be a stallion, actually. He's a striking big fellow. So, our little ponies, all varying in size. Next horse to work out is number 271, and that's Janet Exel's nomination here, Yanina My Sweet Fantasy. So, Yanina My Sweet Fantasy looks like it must go under saddle as well too. So, it's undergoing our judge's eye just as we speak at the moment, and just going along nice and kindly, and he'll be therefore relaying these messages to the steward. The steward will be putting those points down as to how he sees this particular horse, and then we move on to the next one. But we've got a few of the largest type of horses that we've got here at the moment, and ponies as well too. And as I said before, we've got one very interesting fellow down the end here, this big Welsh cob. I'll be very interested to see how he goes under saddle. But it looks like a stallion. He's got a little bit of the green ribbon on one side of him. We've noticed a lot of our show jumpers, of course, have the green button on the side of them to signify, of course, that they are an entire or a stallion. And this fella here's got the little green ribbon on the side of him there as well too. But he's a lovely big cresty fellow, and looks an absolute picture down there. And we'll see how he goes under saddle in a few moments' time. I've just had a little bit of confirmation in my ear from one of our stewards that he actually competes in delivery classes as well too. So he's a fairly adaptable horse. Is our big Welsh cob. I think he's a Welsh cob looking at him from here. If not, I need a wrap across the knuckles. I haven't been doing my homework. Or I'm losing the plot, one or the other, Bruce, I'm not sure. So once again, I think our judge is going to be placing these horses as he sees them in their workout. So this little pony here might get placed third, and our pony that's third will now come down here to fourth. But then, of course, they've got to work on the saddle, so we'll see how they go here. All right, let's have a look at our next competitor about to go, and our judge about to tell her what the workout should be. And we'll have a little look at the number at the back here, and I can share that with you in a moment and tell you who it is. Number 269. Leanne Maynard, Westbury, Eye of the Tiger. Oh, this is the little pony we've seen throughout the show already so far under saddle. So we know that this fella can work under saddle quite okay. Eye of the Tiger. In fact, I think we saw him in our novice hunting classes a little bit earlier on in the show. I don't think he was too keen on the jumping aspect of it, but obviously he goes okay under saddle, but he got around quite okay. I think it was day one here of our Adelaide show that we saw Eye of the Tiger. A lovely little pony who was quite adaptable to both ridden and in harness at the moment. Going along lovely for his driver here. I'm not too sure whether that's Leanne that's out there. It is Leanne Maynard. Little grey gelding. We'll see how our judge places her when she comes back, because at the moment I think he's placed them in the order that I think he sees them as far as performance is concerned. So Leanne Maynard in her little Viceroy with Westbury, Eye of the Tiger. Stop, rein back a couple of paces. That's all the judge wishes to see, and he's pretty happy with that. All right, just catching on. So I'm learning a little bit here about this ride and drive in South Australia. It is a little bit different than we have back home and in other states, but it doesn't necessarily have to be the driver of the horse. You can have a nominated rider. So not necessarily the driver of the horse, can be the nominated rider to then turn around and saddle the horse up. All right, next competitor to go out is number 258. This is the Warm Blood Show Team. Little Composer is the name of the horse, chestnut gelding, and it is the Reese Warden driving team. This is the vehicle we were describing to you a little bit earlier on as being just a little bit different than some of the other vehicles we've been seeing so far, from competition vehicles to Viceroys to and it'll be interesting to have a look at this big fellow under saddle in a few moments' time, number 250. Just going through the centre of the arena. The Reese Vorden driving team and Little Warmblood show team. Little Composer is the name of the horse, and he's just about to come onto the right rein and come back and see us in a moment or two, and we'll do a halt and a rein back for our judge, and then very shortly we'll move forward to the riding aspect of this particular event. Just through the arena here onto the to the figure 8. Looks a nice big kind of horse that you'd love to go out for a drive on a Sunday afternoon around the parks and gardens of Adelaide. We'll halt in front of the judge and we'll be asked to rein back. I tell you, it's not bad. This fella here, there's not too much exertion onto those reins, so he's almost worked under command. Having a look at him, very impressive. All right, our next competitor is number 259, Mallygrove Mandela. Mallygrove Mandela is about to head on its way. Exhibited here by Araton Arabians, number 259. He's a bay colt, this fellow. Might find a little bit about his breeding here. Our ladies over here just having a little bit of a chat. Mallygrove Mandela, number 259. Tell me a little bit about this horse here.
He's a purebred Arabian stallion, and he competes in harness, under saddle, in costume. He's competed in side saddle, in halter. Yeah, he kind of does a bit of everything, really.
All right, well, there's a little bit of an insight into this horse here. Totally different from our other harness ponies. And the Arabians, of course, you can see quite different in not so much stature, but quite different in many ways. Of course, they've got that certain carriage about their neck and their tail carriage as well too, always just up and high and flowing. So this fellow here, we've got Welsh Cob, we've got Arabians, we've got ponies. We've got a little hack over here on the right-hand side. We've got quite a variety of horses in our ride and drive here, which is class number 29, the South Australian Horse Driving Society prize. And we're vying for $50 cash to splash, girls. Keep your eye on it, won't you? Very shortly, we've just got one more vehicle to work out under harness, and it's more what we might refer to as a competition vehicle, actually, number 267, and that's the nomination of S. Evans, Araton Camasine, Big Bay gelding, and we might catch up with the boys in a few moments' time, and they can explain a little bit about this particular vehicle. But I dare say it's something we would see in three-phase driving or combined driving, and not so much a show vehicle, but more a competition vehicle. Competition vehicles, of course, we can be heading through the bush, through the paths, up and down, through the mud, through the water, whereas a lot of our show vehicles, we daren't head in that direction with many of those. But being a competition horse, this fellow here, he's probably pretty keen to get on with life, and normally it's always, I suppose we could liken that to rally driving, only it's rally driving in the horse world, in the equine world. He wants to get on with it, this fellow here, and we'll have a look and see what, we'll see how our driver can handle the first phase of this ride and drive. All right, well, they're on their way. Number 267, Arrington Campscene. And the Evans nomination here heading off for the first of their phases. In a few moments' time, we'll be back with the saddle on and we'll get a bit of a glance at him then. Well, I've just been having a talk to our groom here, and this fellow that we're looking at here at the moment, he's, I won't say unusual, and I don't say unusual in a nasty way, but he's unusual from the fact that he's got a bit of Arab in him, he's got a bit of Cleveland Bay in him, and I think that's, if we go right back through there, this might be even a little bit of a touch of Hackney somewhere along the line too as well. Out here today for his very, very first show, or his first Royal show, so we wish them good luck, and we'll see him under saddle in a few moments' time, but he's a nice big strong type, and as I said before, the competition vehicle that we're looking at the moment, it'd be a nice way to spend a Sunday afternoon out there, up hill, down dale, through the bush, through the mud, through the water, all against the clock and having a bit of fun as well too. So combined driving has really taken off in this country, and competition driving has really taken off in this country. And interesting to have a look at this particular vehicle here. It's got disc brakes on it too, I think, just having a look as it comes. Yes, it has too, just as it comes past me here at the moment. So it's well decked out for competition. We'll see how this fella goes under saddle in a few moments' time. Our grooms and our riders have got head collars and halters at the ready, and we're about to mount up in just a few moments. So the driver can sit back now and say, okay, it's out of my hands. So this is where the changeover now takes place. All right, so our stewards have told them you can go for a little bit of a trot and warm-up if you wish, or you can unharness and saddle up, whichever way you want to go. So now the work continues. The grooms, one end, we're unharnessing, as you can probably see, and we're about to throw the saddle on. Let me jump over here. We might join the Fricker family. They've got the team over here all working pretty hard. A couple of our teams are just working with a couple of riders. Come over and join me here. Here's my cameraman at the moment. Let's have a look at the Fricker team over here. We've got the twins. Hello, twinnies. How are you? Which one are you? Haitlin? Victoria? Both identical. Interesting. Shh. You look identical to me. I don't know the damn difference. No, she says we're not identical. But Caitlin's going to do the riding. Victoria's been doing the driving. And Mum's just overseeing, making sure everything's going along quite nicely. And you're, yes, so let's not forget about the grooms. Who are the grooms? Who have we got?
Kimberly Norris.
Hi, Kimberly. You know this is Sunday. You're getting overtime, Kimberly.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay, and who are you? Hello, Mark. How are you? All right. Now, our little pony's about to get a saddle thrown on him. And just goes to show you sometimes, or not sometimes, but how adaptable our little harness ponies are. There's the family working here. This is a little bit like before we come out for a show. Everyone's doing their little bit. Blackening hooves and blackening the chestnuts. And this little pony here, have a look at him. He's a real old stager. I shouldn't say old stager. Mum actually told me. What's the background of this little pony, Mum? Can I interrupt you here for a moment?
Hey, this is Silkwood Nutkin. 2014, she was reserve champion pony here, under 12-2. So here, at the same year, she also won our Horse of the Year for about the third time, and then she won the Nationals, and we retired her. The EA show into Australasian.
I think I did mention a little bit earlier on. This pony has come out of retirement and back here to Adelaide Show. Some ponies like to have a lifetime in the paddock, and others just can't put up with it at all. And I gather this little pony here just wants to be out and about all the time.
All she wants to do is get on the truck and come to the show, and she just loves showing. So we decided to see if she'd break into harness, because Victoria had the Shetland, needed the next size up, and Sally knows how to do it. So as in being a show pony and seen everything, We had her broken in Victoria, and she took to it luckily.
Oh, wonderful. You haven't thought of going to the breeding barn with her?
No, because she's only little, and I think she's more of she's a better showy than I think she'll be a mum.
All right, okay. Know a few girls like that too, just quietly. Well done, girls. Good luck.
Now down in the ride and drive. The drive section
is
is...
on our way in a few moments' time. Let's have a look at the big Welsh cob over here. He's being a little bit of a handful at the moment, this big fellow over here, but geez, a striking big type, all feathered up. And he's got the saddle on him, and we're about to get under saddle in a few moments' time. We've got a gentleman that looks like he's going to be doing the riding on this big fellow. The girl's doing all the work here, just trying to get the nose strap across here, and he's just being a little bit handful from the fact that he's pretty keen to get on with things. Remembering, of course, he's an entire or he's a stallion, so there are other things around him at the moment that are probably attracting his attention. Might have spotted a young filly down the road here that he's probably got his eye on, which does happen at a show, let me tell you. There's a few colts that walk around eyeing things off around at a showground. So I think they're allowed to have a little bit of a warm-up as soon as they get them bridled up. So, okay, so we're ready to rock and roll as the big Welsh cob gets mounted, and the Fricker family are now about to hop on their little pony. And let's have a look a little bit further down the line here as well and see. I'll get out of the way here. I'll get trampled. Come over here, girls, and tell me a little bit about this fellow here, striking big fellow.
This is a Section D Welsh cob bred in South Australia. His name is Pennant Hugh, and he's a very successful driven horse. Recently started under saddle professionally, and he's so far so good.
They have a certain presence, don't they, the Welsh cobs? I mean, if you see a field of Welsh cobs, and unfortunately we've probably got to go overseas to see it. We don't see too many of them here in Australia, or big classes anyhow. But once we see a class of Welsh cobs, it is really a picture to behold.
Oh, absolutely. The Welsh cobs now are starting to make a bit of a resurgence in South Australia. I think Huey here has set the bar. He's quite large for a Welsh cob. It's nice to see them up around that size. Most of them come in at about 14.2. So he's just a tad under 16 hands. So he's actually one that is really quite stunning to look at.
It was interesting at the Ekka a couple of years ago. They had the gypsy cobs up there, the coloured ponies up there. I hadn't seen so many. And again, they made a wonderful picture.
Absolutely. The gypsy cobs again are starting to make a bit of an impression in the harness classes. It'd be nice to see a lot more of them. I think to see a horse that is bred for harness is what we should be looking at. And the Welsh cobs, the gypsy cobs, are exactly that.
Tell us a little bit about the temperament of the Welsh cob.
Okay, the Welsh cobs generally a family horse, so they are very versatile. So they can actually go under saddle, they can go in the vehicle, they can take the kids to school in the old days, they take mum and dad to church on a Sunday. They would be your absolute all-round.
Well, lovely to talk to you. Who have I been talking to?
Jackie Boyd.
Jackie, lovely. Thanks for spending a bit of time with us, Jackie. We're live streaming, Jackie, so you've just told the rest of the world what's been going on. So just as well I didn't tell you beforehand, isn't it? All right. Thanks, Jackie. A little bit about the cobs and, of course, their journey here in South Australia, making a bit of a resurgence as well, too. And as you can see, this big fellow on the screen at the moment, he really is a striking big fellow. We'll look at him under saddle in a few moments' time and see what our hack judge has to say. Well, it's strange. You have a look at these little ponies out here now, and you swear they were just normal ponies out in the saddle class, wouldn't you? But you've got to remember, of course, they've been under harness already. So our ride and drive, the big chestnut horse. Now, this is an interesting horse that we have a look at here. Now, I'm not sure whether my cameraman can actually pick it up. He'll give me a nod. Yes, he's got him. Now, the big chestnut out there with the 4 white feet. Now, that is a Danish warm blood, and a really strong, solid type. Having a look under saddle over there at the moment. So, gee, we've got a wide variety of breeds of horses here today. So we might go over and just confer with my judge and see what he's going to be looking for, what these horses are under saddle in just a moment. Sorry, you talking to me then? Well, just going through the warm-up period at the moment, and our judge, Lester Dewsbury, will be judging these horses under saddle in a few moments' time. Lester, can I just grab you for a second? Sorry, I probably shouldn't be talking to you in the middle of your judging. At the moment, how do you judge this? Have you now allotted points for horses under harness, or have you got them in an order that you'd like to work it?
I've got them in the order that I like them as a harness horse or pony. Now we're just going to sort them out under saddle.
All right, well, that's going to put you to the test. I mean, you're no stranger to it, but it's probably something a little bit different.
It is different, yes, it is different.
All right, well, we'll see how we go. I was just said on air before, Lester, gee, we've got a variety of breeds of horses here, haven't we? We've got Arabs, Welsh cobs, we've got Danish warmbloods, we've got Welsh ponies. What else have we got out here? So, we've got an Arab over the far side. We really have got a variety of breeds, so let's see how they all go in the saddle in just a few moments. Now, I gather, if you've picked me up on the live stream here, boys, that these horses will just get worked on the circle. I'm not too sure whether Lester will ask them to work out individually, because they're virtually placed as he saw them before in harness. This is quite unusual. I've never ever seen a class like this before. Our ride and drives are normally a little bit fast and furious and exciting, but not to the extent of what we're seeing here. So it's something totally different and something new. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. But just having a look at the different breeds, I'm quite staggered. We've got, just as we go past, my cameraman can pick up here, here's the bay, here's the Arab. So we've got the Arab just going past us. Then we've got followed, of course, by the Welsh cob, the big fellow going past us here now. Now, this fellow here, this is the fellow who had a little bit of Cleveland Bay, a little bit of Hackney, and a few other little breeds amongst him. Just a normal day-to-day pony, a little grey Welsh pony heading past us here now. And here's the big Danish warmblood about to come past us here at the moment, the big chestnut. So we really have got a variety of horses out here, of breeds, in this particular class here today. All going around nicely on the circle in front of the judge here at the moment. Now, not too sure what that one that's just gone past us here with the hat on, and looks like I think he's an Entire as well too. He's got no idea I'm talking about him either, which is handy. It's our steward, actually, Mr. Bruce Redpath. So. Well, our judge has now placed these horses as he's seen them on the circle so far, and we'll interesting to see whether or not he's changed them much from how he saw them in harness as to how he now sees them under saddle. But our judge is going to ask them to work out individually by the look of things here, so it's not just a matter of judging them on the circle. And the Fricker family are the first of our team to head off. Let's follow the fortunes of this little pony, as we were talking to Mrs. Fricker beforehand. This little pony has been a champion at many Royal shows, and of course not only at a Royal show but at national level. Was retired, didn't like time in the paddock, and she's decided to bring her back to competition. So here we are today. Can she turn around and be good enough to win this class? We'll find out in a moment. All right, on the far side of the arena, we can see some little ponies being led around. That's what we refer to as a leading rein. And our leading rein pony hack, and of course our ponies entered in this class must be also entered and accepted in other general pony hack classes as well too. So the pony is not exceeding 12 hands, and the rider must be 5 to under 8 years of age on the first day of the show. And that is down the far end of the arena at the moment in class number 120. Our leading rein pony hack being judged down there at the moment, our Littleys, the future of our industry, let's say, as we see them being judged down there at the moment. I've often said I'm not too sure who gets the most fun out of it, whether it's perhaps the mum and dad or the auntie and the uncle, or perhaps the riding instructor to get a real buzz out of perhaps some of these Littleys having their first show. And we're just taking a little bit of security in relation to having that pony attached to a lead from the person who's jogging along there beside them, and just in case something may go wrong, and to give our Littleys a little bit of confidence and just have a little bit of a chat with them and just make sure they're enjoying it more than anything. So our first little pony from the Fricker team have completed their workout. The second of our competitors about to work out now under saddle. Feeling a little bit fresh on the saddle too. Rider doing a good job to stay connected, let's say. Really strong, solid type of mare. Really strong across the hindquarters, and just behaving a little bit better now. As you finish the workout off okay, but they'll probably be a little bit disappointed with the start of that as well. This is pony number 269. Number 269 is Leanne Maynard's nomination, Westbury Eye of the Tiger, our little pony we've been talking about nearly all show. Competed in the show hunter classes. in the novice hunter classes a little bit earlier on in the show on day 1. And under saddle. Now we've seen her, or him I should say, now in harness and now back under saddle again. So no stranger to being ridden under saddle. Littleys on the far side of the arena in our leading rein at the moment, undergoing their judging on the far side of the arena. And Littleys probably for the very, very first time, not so much at a Royal Show, but at a show anywhere. And they'll get a little bit of taste for competition. But the main aspect of these little ones here is to just make sure that they enjoy the experience and have a little bit of fun out there. And in a couple of years' time, they'll be out there without a handler and they'll be doing it all on their own. Now, this is our big Danish warm blood about to work out now. Looks a nice comfortable ride too, having a look at him. Big strong type. Big barreled horse. Really big deep chest. Fairly strong across the hindquarters, but gee, he's really solid from the shoulders right back through to the flanks. But just a nice comfortable ride, but look at him as well too. He has got some depth about him across the chest too, hasn't he? The Danish warm blood. Well, a pretty good workout, and a few people in the crowd support us, no doubt, of this particular stable. Quite happy with that as well too. Gets a well done pat from his rider, and a rather nice and tidy workout. Well, let's move down a little bit further, and we're about to see one of our smaller ponies, one of our Welsh ponies, coming out now to be ridden under saddle. He's got a real harness pony's little high lift in those front feet, hasn't he? This fellow here, as we're watching him work around past us at the moment. Well, our next competitor to work out will be the Welsh Cob. And remembering, of course, that what we're trying to do is once these ponies are in harness and these horses are in harness, we're trying to keep them at the trot at all times. Now we're not only going from the trot, but we're going to the canter and we're changing reins. So we're really looking for a horse that's quite adaptable. We heard from Pat a little bit earlier on about the Welsh Cob making a bit of a resurgence back here, not only in the showing, but just back as a pleasure horse in South Australia. And we head a little bit further up towards the other top end of Australia, and we start to see the Gypsy Cob making a little bit of a comeback as well too. So the Cob's a very, very strong style and type of horse, not only in harness but under saddle, and very attractive. And again, we see the Cobs a little bit like the Clydesdales and also like the Shetlands that are shown in their natural state. As you can see, they're feathered, and those feathers are left, or that feather is left. I shouldn't say feathers. That feather is left in its natural state to not only show off its beauty, but there for a valid reason as well too. It's the drainage system for the horse in the wet conditions of allowing the water or snow or whatever the case may be to drain straight down to the ground and alleviate the problems of these horses picking up infection in the hooves, and then of course the back of the fetlock there as well too. Well, next horse to work out will be our Arab, and we've only got to look at him, and he's got that little bit of Arab head about him. He's got the Arab carriage as far as the tail's concerned, smaller convex style of head. But, there's the real Arab tail and the Arab carriage. You can see it now. Of course, a lot of our Arab horses used for endurance riding, and we see quite a few of them being utilised in the endurance competitions. On a lighter note, of course, with our costuming and fancy dress costuming, quite a few Arab horses being done up for that particular class, looking quite spectacular in a national costume. This fellow's going along quite kindly as well too. He's doing a wonderful job under saddle. I think that's probably nearly as good a workout as we've seen of any of the horses under saddle today. Now, the new fellow on the block about to work out now. And virtually at his first show today. We'll see how he handles things. He's a little bit toey there for a while we're waiting for him in harness. But the Cleveland Bay, a little bit of Hackney blood through him as well too. Many of the Cleveland Bays used very much as a carriage horse many years ago as well too. So one can be quite easily mistaken for Hackney in some areas, the Cleveland Bay, but we don't see a lot of them here in Australia, but we do see quite a few of them in the States. But this fellow here, he's going quite nicely under saddle as well too. But first show, we'll see how he goes, because I think the band's about to strike up behind me here at the moment. We'll see how well he behaves with that. But they have to put up with all sorts of noises and various balloons and paper bags and all sorts of things that are happening at a showground. So at the moment he's coping with it pretty keen. You might be able to hear the band behind me. So Just having a look at this fellow here, he's got a fair bit of filling out to do from a Cleveland Bay perspective. They're normally a big, stronger type of horse than what we're looking at here. He's got a mixture of three bloodlines amongst him. Lovely head carriage about him as well too. Quite a different event we're looking at here at our Royal Adelaide Show today, and it's called the Ride and Drive, but a ride and drive with a difference. Well, we're not far away from presenting trophies and prizes on this side of the arena, but I think down for our leading rein, we might join Michael and
very
see if he
important
can update
presentation
us with the
going
results
ahead
down
now
there.
for Class 120 leading rein pony hack. First place to number 467, Heather Kemp's Border Show Carousel. Second place to Claire Schaefer, Picturesque Prince. What a great name. Third place, Ebony Mitchell, Rivington Ludwig. Fourth place, Cassandra White, Rivington Hermosa. Fifth place, Arabella Hooper, Cresswell Gretchen. And in sixth place, Kate Durtell, Kurana Park Let's Celebrate. The nice little grey gelding. Pretty as a picture, all those competitors.
All right, well, congratulations to our leading rein competitors over there with ribbons being presented, and we're going to ask our judge in a few moments, Lester Dewsbury, to make the presentation of our prizes here. Lester, I'm not too sure how often you have to judge a class of this calibre, but it's putting you to the test a bit.
It is a testing job, this. I've only ever done it once before, and I only had two in it before, so it was quite easy for me, but this is quite a big line-up of all different types of ponies and horses. They go from ponies right through to sort of delivery horses, you know. So
well, I'm quite staggered at the breeds, at the various breeds that we've got participating as well.
Yeah, and Arab as well, and yeah, so it's quite a daunting task.
Well, let's go over and find out what your decision is, and we'll come over and we'll be joined by you in just a moment or two. My cameraman can come over and join us, and we'll find out who our winner of this particular class is, as we refer to it as the South Australian Horse Driving Society Prize. Well, I think we're lined up in the order of which we're going to be presented with our prizes from first through to sixth, and we're about to see the first ribbon placed, and it's the Fricker team who are going to take out the first prize with Victoria and Caitlin, and the little pony here, which is Silkwood Nutkin. I hope I've got the right pony here, Katie, have I? Silkwood Nutkin, and we congratulate them for taking out this particular event, which is quite different to what I've seen as far as our ride and drive is concerned, but as I said before, quite amazed with the different types of breeds and styles and types of horses that we've seen. Caleb, well done, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I've got a massive team to thank me. My grandfather, who is 83, and he's standing on the sideline clapping.
Now, I spotted him yesterday. He was having a day somewhere over there, and which is an enormous effort for him, and he loves his showing and loves to come and follow all the granddaughters.
Yes, it's a massive family thing that we love to do. Papa's just a massive supporter, and he's always saying, oh, you've got to do this right, you've got to do this. He's always picking at something.
All right, well, lovely to have Papa with you. And, of course, Papa is as good as Dad's day today as well, too. So we can have a Papa's day as well, can't we? And all your team, well, no, they've all left you. Mum and sisters, they've all gone. So you're on your own. All right, well done. Congratulations. We'll see you before the show finishes, I'm sure. All right, second, number 269 here, which is Leanne Maynard's Westbury Eye of the Tiger. Little pony has given you a real... Hello, sorry, Westbury. Did I upset you? A little pony that's really given you a big thrill so far this year, hasn't he? He's been in everything.
He has. He's done the hunters, the working hunters, and the harness as well. So very versatile.
Well, you've topped it off with the second ribbon here today. Well done and congratulations. Now, this big fellow here really intrigued me before. We learnt, of course, he was the Danish warm blood. Tell me a little bit about this fellow and what you do with him.
I mainly drive him. He's actually came over from the UK. When we emigrated, we brought his mum over in foal, and he was the result. He's been in Tyre until 2 years ago. So we gelded him 2 years ago. He mainly does harness and CDEs now.
I won't ask you why you gelded him, but there's probably a valid reason for it at the same time. But I tell you what, he's a lovely big striker. There's plenty of horse there.
Oh yeah, there's plenty up here. It's like sitting with a great big plank in front of you. Yeah, he's gorgeous.
All right, well done and congratulations. Well done, big fella. Lovely to see you. And who have we got here? We've got our fourth ribbon here, which has gone to Janet Exel's Janina Fan the Flames. Have I got the right pony? Okay, and who am I speaking to here? Lucy. Well done, Lucy. This is a little bit different, this particular event. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun riding him.
All right, and he's behaved himself very, very well too, of course. Lovely little Welshie. Well, they're all saying good day to me today, all these little ponies, so they're probably telling me some of they'd like to come home. All right, well, thank you to our judges and thank you to our stewards and to our helpers, to our pencilers. Thank you very much for this particular class as we say farewell, and hope that you've enjoyed it. And we're going to take a little bit of a break and we're coming back because I think we'll be heading to lunch very, very soon. But after this point in time, farewell to our winners and our place getters of class number 29, the South Australian Horse Driving Society Prize. We're back with more after this break.
Have you ever felt something you couldn't explain? Seen something you couldn't believe?
There's something out there.
The truth is bigger than anything you could imagine. Magic.
Follow that dragon! No! We have to help them.
Disney's Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
The new range of Jaycos are now in stock. Choose from camper trailers, pop-tops, expanders, caravans and motorhomes. Customer care for your peace of mind. Experience the new range. Visit jayco.com.au or phone 1300 Jayco RV.
Can you tell me more about Elliot? He looks like a dragon. What's a dragon? That's a dragon.
This September,
I need to get back to him. He gets scared when I'm gone.
Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
From the studio that brought you the Jungle Book, the greater the friendship,
They don't want to leave you, but they'll come looking for you.
the bigger the adventure.
Disney's Pete's Dragon. In cinemas September 15.
The new range of Jaycos are now in stock. Choose from camper trailers, pop-tops, expanders, caravans and motorhomes. Customer care for your peace of mind. Experience the new range. Visit jayco.com.au or phone 1300 Jayco RV.
Toys R Us and Babies R Us have all the best brands. Stock up on the latest toys, preschool, learning, outdoor and sports toys, and everything you need for baby. Plus, join the VIP club and enjoy the benefits. Toys R Us and Babies R Us.
Introducing Floodlight Live. Floodlight Live can broadcast your event, conference, auction, or ceremony live anywhere in the world via the web. Technology that was once only available through network television coverage is now accessible for any event, big or small, through mobile high-speed internet. Live streaming allows your audience to interact via chat and engage with your event from anywhere in the world. This allows for highly unique brand engagement opportunities. We can do anything, from a single camera through to multi-camera setups, and can incorporate multiple forms of digital media, including graphics and pre-prepared video content. Afterwards, your video will be instantly available for anyone who wants to catch up. We can help you deliver live content and raise your profile to audiences around the world. For more information, contact Floodlight Live.
Here, which is the pony hack not exceeding 11 hands. And pony down there, I have my doubts whether that would be class 124, to be quite truthful. I would say that's probably class, where are we, 125. I would think, I might be wrong, but I think these little ponies we're looking at the moment here might be a little bit bigger than 11 hands. We only have one entry in our book for that particular class to start our day off, so I'm just wondering whether or not our judges have made the decision there, and we've moved on to the best novice pony hack perhaps, which is classes 122, 23, 30 and 132. Welcome to you wherever you may be watching us as we live stream out of Adelaide here today. Thank you very much for all your positive comments and the not so positive, I suppose, from yesterday. We certainly appreciated it. We got Well, it's really interesting who you might run into. You probably don't see them from show to show, and you might be 6 months between seeing one another, but we managed to run into another here at Adelaide. Who's this gentleman we're speaking to here? A rather familiar name to many of us.
Hi, it's Dale here.
Dale Plum, of course, well known throughout the equestrian world. Dale, no ponies of yours out here today, but just for those of us that are watching our live stream coming out of Adelaide today, how would the day have started for many of these kids out here?
Oh, up early. Most people would have brought them out here on the arena to familiarise them with the arena and then washed them, prepared them, platted them, got ready themselves, and first class is always a nice one to be in because there's not much atmosphere out here.
I'll tell you what, from a competitor's perspective, I've just been talking to a few of the show jumping crew over here, got the availability of being able to move that course up and down this beautiful big arena every day. So we've got fresh ground, and just having a look out where our ponies are working out here at the moment with this pony hack over 12 two hands. Once again, we've got a cracking surface out here for our horses to work on.
Yeah, I have to say this is the best surface in Australia, I reckon, the Adelaide Oval. It's very nice to ride on, and it's always beautiful. It doesn't matter what happens.
Dale, how's your luck been over the last 12 months? I think the last time you and I spoke might have been at the Nationals.
Yes, I'm a national off the track.
It was too, yes, actually.
Well, we've had a little holiday over winter and we're back into it. We've brought a client's horse over here, which will be on later today. So we're just coming out here to have a look, see what sort of workouts the judge is asking for and what's on out here to see what we're going to put up with when we come out.
So you've brought a few ponies over?
Only the one.
Only the one? Well, Dale, I've got some bad news for you. In one way, unfortunately, we've sort of ventured from retiring out of the showring to going back into it. So my daughter's probably sitting home watching this and saying, I wish I was here, but sometimes I wish she would have changed her mind. But I think it's one of those things that's ingrained in your system. Once it's here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a drug.
That's the one we can pass, actually. It's not a drug that we can't pass. Dale, enjoy your time over here. Lovely to catch up with you, and I dare say we'll probably be transferring from here to Melbourne. We'll have a chat down there.
Yep. For sure.
All right, Dale Plum, well known to many of us throughout the equestrian world. And let's pop along here and see if we've got any mums and dads floating along here. Which one's this we've got here, Dale? This is Daisy. Oh, okay, I remember watching Daisy as a little tiny tot who's now starting to grow into a young lady. Come down here, she says, come down here. Now they're going to run away from me. Now let's have a quick chat, because we're live to air, girls, so behave yourself. Let's have a little bit of a chat with our friends here. More Victorians that have joined us over here in South Australia. What brings you here?
We have a pony in this class at the moment, so we're just watching her work out in a minute. She's in fourth, so we're waiting for her workout.
All right, well, tell me a little bit, just speaking to Dale before, perhaps how he thought the morning started for many of you guys. You're the people that have been working behind the scenes. Tell me what's been happening this morning.
Up early this morning because we've got two ponies on fairly early, so up fairly early. The rider stayed in bed. I'll let you out. I've just been back to pick her up from the hotel. But we've been out early and platted up and got everything organised, and our rider's just about ready to go in a minute.
All right, now who are we speaking to? So we can let everybody know which is the pony, which is the people we're referring to. Now, I know you personally, but just explain to people at home who's who.
I'm Karen Fisher, and I'm just here helping Sarah McCormick with her daughter, Claudia.
Well, it's actually the McCormick and the McMahon families, I think, the combination, isn't it?
And good morning, Barry, who's sitting at home in Kilmore. Watching this live stream. I'm sure I'll get a phone call in a minute. And Claudia's just warming up at the back here now, ready to go on.
Well, good luck. Enjoy your show. I haven't spoken to you on Facebook yet, so I'll wait and see what you're going to do and see whether you're enjoying it. So, to everyone back home in Victoria, I hope you're enjoying it. It's a lovely morning here. It's a good start to the day. And the Fishers and the McCormicks and the McMahons, they're just hoping for good luck. So well done.
And a lovely day.
All right, let's sneak out here and just have a look at a few of our ponies and see how our judge is looking at them, and we'll introduce them to you individually. Well, our judge, Louise Barton, has lined up her the horses that she's fancied. Someone answer that phone somewhere. All right, let's take two. Of course, with our phones ringing, everything happening early this morning. It's Father's Day, so probably the phones have been going off left, right, and centre for all the dads today. Class we're looking at here is class 133, and the little pony we've just been watching out working here. We're about to see now come out is number 494, and the pony here is Lindemann, and of course, is Silkwood Chester, and Carol Lindemann is our exhibitor here, and we're looking at class number 133. Pony hack over 12.2, not exceeding 13 hands. So our judge has had quite a good turnout of ponies for this class earlier on. She got them working on the circle. She's narrowed it down to her top 6 or 7, and she's now going to ask them all to individually work out. Actually, it's interesting. Somebody just asked me beforehand in relation to a lot of these ponies, the way how they're decked up with their brow bands, etc., etc. And I might bring my cameraman over here for just a moment or two. I said, how do you get all the patterns all over the back of them? Well, we cheat a little bit in this business. We'd love to turn around and say we do individual squares, each and every one of them, but as I said, we do cheat a little bit. It's a template that is used, different templates for different patterns, and someone's going, no, I do that individually. You don't do that individually with a comb. Oh, yes, I do, she said. Okay, well, look, let's have a look at the little bay pony at the back here, because it's probably going to show up a bit better on our camera, and you can see that the squares at the back there, you can just actually see the comb marks where it's been not so much gone against the grain, but then of course you've got your slashes down the side as well too. And then normally, I'm not too sure how the girls do this, but we normally put a little bit of hairspray on there somewhere just to make sure that we hold it. Yes? Probably, she says. Someone else does it. Okay, so here, well, there you are. You heard Dale Plum speak before. Some riders have slept in this morning and everyone else has been doing the hard work, and the riders have just come out to ride, which is fair enough. They're doing all the hard work, but we'll see our girls working out in a few moments' time. So that's just how we get some of those little varied patterns. And a lot of our girls and a lot of our ponies have got different sizes, small checkers, big checks on the back of the pony, and it just all adds to the colour and the excitement of being able to have your pony done up as best you possibly can. Our next pony to work out is 495, and this was Westwood's just cast, and being ridden here by Hannah Buffton, exhibited here by Susan Buffton from just outside Geelong in Victoria, Little Mare, in class 133, a pony hack over 12.2, not exceeding 13 hands. So young Hannah is a young lady who's been having a fairly good last 12 months in the show ring, got to the Nationals and with good success, and the family have made their way over here to South Australia to try their luck, and as we spoke to a few people over the fence beforehand, we're from all parts of Australia coming here to South Australia for the Royal Adelaide Show. Many of them do the trek from Brisbane to Adelaide, from Adelaide then down to Melbourne, and even a lot of our show jumpers will then sort of leave Melbourne towards the end of the show and head across to Perth into Western Australia. Our camera getting a really good look at what our judge is looking at the same time, standing right behind our judge in Louise Barton's shoulder. And what you're looking at home is exactly what our judge is looking at here this morning as well too. Hannah Buffton aboard Westwood's Just a Coast. Next pony to work out is number 337, and this is another one of the Buffton ponies. Not too sure who the young rider is, but this is Melody Park Dancing Queen, little chestnut mare. Interesting when you say the colour chestnut. She is actually what you probably would call a chestnut, but she's quite an interesting colour chestnut pony. It's almost a cross between the chestnut and the bay. Got some lovely dapples through her. Nice pony, good in the coat, which they probably should be at this time of the year. Anyhow, a few of our ponies we've seen, of course, we've come out of winter, so our show people have been working exceptionally hard with their rugging and the lights in their boxes, etc., to try and get their ponies coached through for Adelaide Show, and of course moving on to Melbourne. A few of them I've noticed have been clipped at some stage, and the unfortunate thing is when we start to clip our ponies, we can get a different shade in our coats, and sometimes we can't quite get the shine through. A lot of these ponies look exceptional here today in Adelaide. We're looking at pony number 337 in our catalogue here, in class 133. Melody Park Dancing Queen, exhibited here by Susan Buffton, who has two ponies in this lineup, so we'll see how Susan's ponies progress as the day goes on. So a little bit of applaud from over the fence, and our judge just having a final look down the line there in a moment to see how she's going to place there. Stewart just altering the line up a fraction to how that would suit the judge, and I think she's pretty well happy with the way that they've lined up at the moment. So placings as they stand. So we've been given a little bit of an insight into perhaps who our winner is at this point in time. And I think 521 might be the lady who's going to grab the blue ribbon in a moment or two. We'll come over to the presentation area. We'll introduce them all to you, and we'll say congratulations to our winners as we head in that direction. Well, in a few moments' time, we'll introduce our winners to you, but our show jumping is not far away from starting. We had a talk with our course builder a little bit earlier on this morning, and it's the Tom Roberts Memorial, actually, our young rider jumping contest for horses in Galloway. So we'll be joining all the team over there in just a moment or two. Well, we're about to present ribbons here in our first hack class this morning, our pony hack over 12.2 and not exceeding 13 hands. Class number 133. Our winner is number 521, as our judge lined them up beforehand. It's Rawwood Catcall, exhibited here by Kelly Withers and ridden by Bryony Payne. Our second placing will go to number 519, and that is 519 is Colbeach Holly's Crystal, exhibited here by Alyssa Gustozzi. Third ribbon goes to number 334.